are continuing to follow tragic news in North York, where 3 people have died after a shooting in the lobby of an office building Monday afternoon. For the latest, let's head over to Jaden Lee-Lincoln joining us from the scene. Good morning, Jaden.
Good morning, Candace. Well, keep in mind where this shooting happened. 2 schools and a daycare are also in this area. So some parents dropping off their students at this daycare this morning. You can tell they're definitely a little bit weary. I'll show you just behind me here a couple daycare teachers. They're standing outside this morning. Any cars that are passing by, letting them know, hey, we're using an alternative route this morning to drop off your kids. That's because there's police tape blocking off one of the main entrances of St. George Mini School. Again, we know that 2 men, 1 woman were shot and killed following a shooting that happened in a business. As far as that lockdown with St. George Mini School, just yesterday afternoon, we spoke with one of the teachers who described the scene going into lockdown with these young kids. Here's more from her.
We had all the room doors closed, lights off, everything like that. The kids had no clue what was going on. At least they were doing story time, playing toys. They had no clue. All they knew is that when we were leaving, we're just going to say hello to a bunch of police officers.
Now, that daycare teacher saying the main focus for them was just keeping the kids calm. Over 100 kids go to St. George Mini School. Some of the kids had already gone home for the day, but Sarah telling us that they still had to evacuate about 90 kids going to their parents. Obviously, parents super shaken up over the whole ordeal yesterday, and that's reflected even in today. The teachers were here until 11 p.m. last night. They're here early this morning, but Sarah telling us they probably won't see very many kids today, and that was reflected with one of the nannies that we spoke to. She says dropping off the child that she typically takes to this daycare every day, it was a lot less people than normal. It's super busy typically around this time, and that's not the case this morning. As for the investigation and what's happening now with these 3 people, well, we're being told that this was possibly from a business transaction that pertained to the business itself where the shooting had happened, again in the main lobby of that business. We're being told that this is being investigated possibly as a murder-suicide. An autopsy still has to be done. An investigation is still ongoing. But again, this morning, parents just being directed to where their kids will be taken to this morning at St. George Mini School. It is still open, it is still operating, but again, it's looking a lot different this morning.